Here we are still working on the construction of the complete plan, the true shape and the end elevation of a truncated solid, complete plan, true shape and the end elevation of a truncated solid. Here we have a triangular base pyramid which is truncated by this coordinate plane MM. So this triangular base pyramid has its top view to be a triangle of length 70 millimeters and it is an equilateral triangle. Then we have the front elevation, the height is 70 millimeters, and then we have the cutting plane touching this point, okay, at a distance of 30 millimeters from the base here, and the cutting plane is at angle 30 degree to the horizontal. So this is a triangular base pyramid, and that is why the length of the triangular base is 70 millimeters and also the height is 70 millimeters, because the four triangular faces of the triangular base pyramid are equilateral triangle, and that's why we have the base, okay, to be of length 70 millimeters each for each side, and also the height is 70 millimeters. Now let's go and see how we can draw the complete plan, the true shape and the end elevation of this truncated triangular based pyramid. So let's see. Now what we have to do first is to draw this triangle that we have here, which is an equilateral triangle. So we come up here and we are going to draw a horizontal line. So we draw horizontal line. Here now we have this horizontal line. So on this horizontal line, I'm going to take a measurement of 70 millimeters. So from this point here, I will take 70 millimeters from this point. This is 70 millimeters here. So we have this to be 70 millimeters. Then I'm going to call this point here. So I will label this point as point A. So this is point A here. So we have this point to be point A. Okay, so this is point A. And I will label this point as point B. Okay, then we need to locate points to form this equilateral triangle. So we are going to take the length AB. So put the pin at the point A here and extend the pen point to point B. Okay, so distance AB is equal to 70 millimeters. So we draw an arc here like this. Okay, here we draw an arc here like this, and then with the same radius pin of the pin of the compass at point B, we draw an arc here like this. Okay, so the point of intersection of the arcs give us point C of the triangle. Okay, so we have this. So to now form the top view of this triangular base pyramid, so we are going to join this point together. So we join ABC together with a straight line, and we also join AC together with a straight line like this. So we have this, okay, and then we also join AB together, making it a thick line. So here we have this right now. Okay, so we have this. All right, so now let us go and work on the front elevation. Though we are not yet done with the plan, okay, let's work on the front elevation. So for the front, for us to draw the front elevation, so we have to come up a bit. So we come up a bit with the T-square, and then we draw a horizontal line like this here, and then we are going to take the compass. So we draw a vertical line from this point A here up this point B here to touch this line, and we also draw a vertical line from point C. We draw a vertical line from point C which touches this horizontal line at this point. We are still going to extend this. So we draw a vertical line from point A to touch the horizontal line here. So we are going to extend this line from C. We extend it up, okay, so like this, and then we are going to take a measurement of 70 millimeters from this point up, 70 millimeters from this point up. So this is 70 millimeters here. So we are joining this point. We join it together with the apex. So we join this point together with apex here. So we join this together, okay, and also we join this point together with the apex. So we have this, okay. All right, so then the next thing that we are going to do is that we need to draw the cutting plane. So the cutting plane touches this line at a distance of 30 millimeters from the base. So that distance, you take it on this vertical line, that 30 millimeters, take it from this vertical line. This is 30 millimeters here. Then we have to come and mark it here. So we mark it here like this. Okay, mark it here. We have this. Okay, the cutting plane is at angle 30 degree to the horizontal. So we have to draw the cutting plane. So the cutting plane is drawn with a thick launching line. So we draw this line like this, okay? So then we put a dash, and then we also draw a long, and then we put a dash, and then we draw it along like this. So this is cutting plane as given to us in the front view. So this is the cutting plane as we have it here. All right, so having done this, the next thing that we are going to do is that, so this part has been cut off, okay? So we need to make this line from here to here. So we make it a thick line like this, okay? And then we also make this line a thick line from here down. We have this, and this line also we make it a thick line from here down. So we have this, okay? And then this baseline, we have to make it a thick line all through from this point to this end here. So we have this now, okay? All right, so having done that, so this point here, we call it point A prime, and this is point C prime. So we have this, and this is point B prime. So we have this now. All right, so now let's now work on the complete plan. As this is cut off, we are going to see a rough surface here, and that has to be shown in the plan. If we are looking at the object down like this, we have to show it in the plan. All right, before we can draw the complete plan, we have to draw a line like this. A line like this that will draw from point C through point B and through point A. And to do that, this is what we need to do. So we are going to break this line into two. So 70 by 2 is 35. So I have this one to 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 5. Okay, that's the midpoint. And then we also draw from here. So from here, and we also break this into 2. So 70 by 2, 35. So I have 35 here. So I'm going to draw a line. So from this point to point B, so it goes like this, okay? Then we also draw from this point. So we draw it by joining together with point A. So this goes like this, okay? So we have it goes like this. Okay, we connect it with A. All right, so this is the center point as we have it here. Now we can now go and produce the tree shape or the cut surface that we have here in the plan, okay? We are showing that in the plan to make the plan a complete plan. Okay, so what we have to do now is that we are going to draw a vertical line. This line is line B. So we come to this point, okay? So this point, this is line B. So the cutting plane touches line B at this point. We have to draw a vertical line from here. So we draw it down like this, and it touches line B at this point. So I'm going to call this point, okay? This point, I will call it small letter B. So this is small letter B here, okay? Then I'm going to draw a line. So from this point A here, okay? So from this point A, so the cutting plane touches line A at this point. I will draw a vertical line down like this, okay? And then this point is point A, okay? So I'll call it point small letter A here. So now get point C along this line. So what we have to do, because this line is a vertical line, is not a slant line like this one, okay? So we need to do something, and what we have to do is that we come to this point, okay? So where the cutting plane touches line C at this point, so we draw a horizontal line like this to touch this land side. We now take the compass. So we take the compass and we take this distance. So we take this distance with the compass from here to here. So we take this distance like this, okay? Then we bring it to the center here. So bring it to the center here and make an arc. So make an arc on this line. So make an arc here, okay? So here we have what? Here we have this point to be point C, small letter C here. All right, so we are now going to join this point together. So we join this point together, okay? So we join this point together. So the shape that we form here is what we are producing here in the plan. So this is how it's going to be seen in the plan. So we join this point together. So and then we also join this point A, C together, okay? So this line has to be made a thick line, okay? And this line also has to be made a thick line from here to here. And then we also make this line, we make it a thick line from here to here. So we have this now, okay? So now, to now complete this plan, so we need to hash this surface, because by the time we remove this part, we are going to see a rough surface here. And that roughness is to be shown with hatching lines, which we are going to produce with the 45 degrees set square. So this is my 45 degrees set square. So we draw this line. So hatching lines are drawn within continuous line, and they are equally spaced. So that is what I'm doing here right now, okay? We have produced the hatching lines on this surface as we have it here. So also draw it here like this, and then here we also draw like this, okay, and then here we also draw like this, okay, and then finally so we draw this. All right, so this is the complete plan as you can see it here. Now let's go and work on the true shape of the cut surface. So the true shape of the cut surface will be drawn here, okay, be drawn here. So then what we are to do is that we are going to draw a line at this point, and that line will be at a right angle to the cutting plane. We also draw a line at this point, it will be at a right angle to the cutting plane. We also draw at this point, it will also be at a right angle to the cutting plane. So since this line is drawn with 30 degree set square, we are going to use 60-degree side of the set square to draw the line. So this is how it goes. So I'm going to use this. So this is what? This is going to be 60-degree. Okay, if I make use of this part of the set square, so I will draw a line in this direction, okay. So then I'll come to this point here. So at this point, I will also draw a line. So at this point in this direction, and then I will come to this point here and also draw a line. So draw a line from this point in this direction. So we have it like this. All right, so having done that, the next thing that we are going to do is that, so we move away a little bit from the front elevation, and we draw this line. So we draw this line like this, okay. So this line that we have drawn here, this line that we have drawn here, so if you follow this line is what? Is for A here. So I'm going to put A here. So I'll put A here, and this line we have B here. So this point is point B, okay. So here we have B here. So what I need to do now is to locate point C, and then to locate point C, I'll just take my compass, okay. So take this distance BC, take this distance BC, okay. Take this distance BC. So it's either you take it from B to C or from C to B. The distance is the same. So I'll take this distance, okay. So I already have B here. So I'll put the pin on the compass here at B, and then I will make an arc on this line. So this line, if you look at it, this is line C here. So you see that this is line C. So we make an arc on this line C here. So here we have this point here. This is point C as we have it here. So all we have to do now is join this point together. So make this line AB. So make it a thick line from here to here. So make this a thick line from here to here. And then BC. So make it a thick line. So draw it from here to here, a thick line. And then AC. Also join them together. So making it a thick line at once like this. So we have this now. We now need to hash this surface to produce a true shape. So with the same 45 degree set square, so we are going to produce arching lines on this surface. So to get the true shape of the cut surface as I'm doing it here. This is very simple and this is very interesting. So all you have to do is to pay attention to my explanation and then practice. So this subject is a practical subject. You cannot say you know technical drawing without practicing it. So what makes you better and be the best in this subject is practicing, okay? So please, as you are being taught in the class, take your time to practice. Don't think you can get this without practicing it. All right, so this is the true shape. So let us write it here. So this is the true shape. So true, okay, so true shape, okay. So here we have this to be true shape, okay. All right, so here we have written it as the true shape of the cut surface. All right, so we have produced the true shape. Now let us go and work on the end elevation of this truncated triangular base pyramid. So we are looking at it in this direction. So we want to see what we are going to form here on this side. So let's see what we are to do. So what we are to do now is that we are going to draw a horizontal line. So from this point, here, so we draw horizontal line from this point in this direction, from this point C. So draw horizontal line in this direction like this, okay, and come to this point here. So at this point C that we have here, also draw horizontal line. So at this point B that we have here on the cut on this one, okay, so draw horizontal line in this direction, and also at point A here, draw horizontal line in this direction. So come to point, this line contains A and B together, so draw horizontal line in this direction. Then come up here, so draw horizontal line like this, okay. Then come to point A here, okay? So draw horizontal line in this direction and come to point B, okay? Point C on this line. So draw horizontal line and then come to point B here. So draw horizontal line in this direction. Okay, then for the apex of the pyramid, so come to this point and draw horizontal line in this direction, okay? And then for us to get the center, so we have to come here at the midpoint of these three lines. So this line, and this line, they meet at this point. That is the midpoint. So we are going to draw a line. So draw horizontal line. So from this point here, so draw horizontal line in this direction. So we have this now. So now we now take our 45 degree set square. So take the 45 degree set square. So set it like this at this point on the front elevation. So set it like this at the front, at this point here on the front elevation. Then draw a line in this direction. So we have this line. So what we have to do now is that, so let's see. So this point C is along this line, okay? So we draw a vertical line to touch this line here, okay? We have this, all right? So then this point, okay? This point C here that we have here in this cut surface, so it's at the center here, so at the midpoint, at the middle here. So we are going to draw a vertical line from this point, so to touch this line. So it goes up like this, touching this line here. So I'm going to write a small letter C prime here. I will call this small letter C prime, okay? Then we come here again. So at this point, this is the center, this is the midpoint. I will go with this, okay? The apex of the pyramid. So I'm going to draw a line from here. So I'll draw a line from here. So the goes up like this, okay? Then coming to this point here, this point is point B, okay? This is point B here. So here is point B, and then we have B along this line like this, okay? So if I come here, so if you look at it, okay, so I will draw a line from here. So draw a line from this point, okay? So take it up like this, okay? So this point is point B, so I'm going to call this, I will call it small letter B prime. So here we have B prime here. Then if you follow this line is for, this line is for A. So I will come to this point and draw a vertical line from here. So it goes up like this. So this is line A. So it goes up like this and touches line A at this point. So we have this now. So here we have this, okay? Now, so I'm going to join this point together. So I will join this three points together. So this is point A prime here, small letter A prime. We have this. So I will join A prime, B prime together like this with a straight line. And then I will join B prime, C prime together, B prime, C prime together like this. So we have this now. And I will join A prime, C prime. I will join them together like this. So we have this now. Okay, so all right. So then the next thing that we are going to do here, so we are going to join this point. This point is what? This point is point C. So I will write C here. And this point here along this line, okay, as we have it here, it contains both A and B at the base here. So it contains both A and B at the base here. So we have this now. So I'm going to join this point here. So if you look at this point, so we join this point here, okay? So this point C, so we join this point C with this point C prime here, okay? So we make it a thick line at once. And then for AB, so for AB, so we have what we have. Oh, sorry. So this is not the point, okay? I didn't draw the line here. I'm looking at it. I didn't draw the line here. So this is the line for AB. So this is the line for AB. Sorry for that. Okay, so I will draw it now. So sorry for that. So this is the line for AB. So it goes like this. So this is line for AB. So here we are supposed to have this AB here. So this is A and this is B. So I'm sorry for that. Okay, I drew for something else. So this line is not supposed to. Okay, so then, so if we connect this point together, so look at it. So it is joined with this straight line. So we have this now. So join this together. We make it a thick line at once like this. So making it a thick line together at once. And then, so this base now. So this base, we are going to make this base. We make it a thick line from here to here. So we have this now. So what we have to do now is that we need to hash this surface with 45 degrees set square. So we are going to hash this surface to produce hatching lines on this surface like this. Alright, so here is the end elevation of this triangular based pyramid, which is truncated. It's as simple as I've done it here. All you have to do is to practice. Thank you. Keep on practicing, and God bless you.